Jonathan, 6 quarterback pressures in your first game as a Viking. Happy overall with how Monday went?
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with how I played. I think as a defense, we left a lot of plays out there. I mean, obviously, Caleb Williams is a very elusive quarterback, and he displayed that. So I think starting with myself, I just gotta finish at the quarterback better. But at the end of the day, we got the win. That was the most important thing. I think we really played strong in the second half, and we showed what we can do. And now it's just going out there and playing a complete game from the start to the finish.
I mean, to me, it was pretty complete outside of the first drive, but you think there's even more?
I think so. We give up. If you want to exclusively go defense, 17 points, I think, the standards we have for ourselves is high, and it's going to be very hard for us to reach those, standards. But that's why, we have high standards, and I think with the scheme we run and having Coach Flores and all the talent we have, I think we can achieve that. So we're always looking to improve in this league, and, I think, last Monday was a good start.
Caleb is elusive, but
yeah.
How much do you want that one back where you had him and the sack was right there for the taking?
Yeah, no, those are the ones that hurt, but you got to give him credit. He made a great play. I'm not going to be focusing on that too much. I'm just going to be moving on because those are the ones that keep you up at night.
How about just the overall defensive line? It was rotating guys in and out. Jalen played a lot. Levi played a lot. It seemed to work just to perfection.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of depth from a lot of young guys, and I think that's awesome. I really think, Levi and Jalen, I really look at those guys as starters. I know they might not start, but I look at them as starter quality players in this league. So they're awesome. Excited to be here with them and, see what we can do this year.
How pumped are you to make your home debut?
Excited, super excited.
Yeah, you know what that atmosphere is like, but now that you're wearing purple, it means that much more.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I've been here one time in 2019, and I've always thought it was a very exciting and cool place to play, so I'm looking forward to being a part of it Sunday night.
I suppose tackling like Bijan, the way he can, speaking of Caleb being elusive, that's Bijan, right? The tackling has to probably go up a notch on Sunday.
Yeah, he definitely presents his challenges. And, I think as a group, we just have to go out there and have 11 guys to the ball. It's not going to be any one-on-one tackles out there. It's always going to be 11 tackling one. So as long as we go out there and we do that and we run to the ball, I think we'll be good.
You and Javon have talked, throughout kind of the off season about coming in together and playing together. Just what was it like that first night playing with him? And he seemed to kind of be everywhere as well.
Yeah, it was super fun, super exciting. This group we have is awesome. So I'm just happy to be here.
It didn't take long to be playing every down almost out there. What was that like?
Yeah, man. I think it was a great time, man. Getting out there with the guys, was able to make some plays on offense and defense. So. And
special teams.
Yeah. Glad to do it. I said offense. Special teams and defense, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see an offense, but I thought maybe I missed something. You're a veteran, though. Is it relatively easy in terms of knowing what you're doing out there, and then it's just a matter of, being ready for whatever role they're going to put you in?
Yeah. I've played basically every position at linebacker my whole career, Sam, Mike, Will. So being able to do that here, I think it's special playing with these guys, no matter what position it is. So I'm glad to help out the team in any position I play.
What do you see when you see the Falcons and their quarterback?
Yeah, he's a talented quarterback. They got some talented, players all over the board, so make sure we're prepared.
When you guys enter games, I know you guys talk about being able to contain quarterbacks. Just how hard is that in the moments where you got a free rush to him, but he's elusive and whatnot?
Yeah, it's a matter of just being on the same page, having a plan, having a rush plan, making sure it's coordinated, and when you get your chance, just take advantage of it.
Eric, KO said that you took over the green dot in the middle of that game. How tricky is that, to come in and call plays to a defense that you've sort of just joined?
Yeah, having the green dot is something I've done. Being able to do it in practice all throughout camp, being familiar with the call sheet and what we're running to make sure if something fuzzes up that I know what it is, and making sure we just communicate out there. Every position, making sure we're on the same page. Most important thing.
Are you expecting to maintain that role with Cashman being out for a little bit here, it seems like?
Yeah, if I'm wearing the green dot, I'm prepared for it, I'm ready for it, and ready to go.
How different is that at home?
At home it is a little louder. Obviously, our fans are quite rowdy, so maybe just being a little louder with the call and making sure everybody's, on the same page.
What was it like Monday night for you? It seemed like you were out there all the time, you're in the middle of it.
It was fun. It was just finally exciting to be out there with the guys and finally get to fly around.
And now you get another athletic quarterback that can move the chains. Tell me about playing against Penix.
It's going to be fun. We're good friends. We're both from the city of Tampa, so I've been watching him for a long time now. And just happy to see him finally getting that starter role. So it's going to be pretty fun.
When did you know he had a future in the NFL?
When he was in high school.
When he was in high
He
school,
was in
yeah.
high school. He was a baller at Tempe Tech.
You remember him at that time? What do you?
Yeah. I grew up. I'm a little older than him, but he's I think like a class or two under me. Then he went to Indiana, and I was with the Colts at the time, so we got a real good history.
What you did playing this defense? Once you got to game night, did it feel pretty easy? Is it a difficult one? What's it like playing this new scheme?
I think playing in this scheme is more like it's more what you make it. It's either gonna be hard if you make it hard. It's gonna be easy if you make it easier. But I think the more you lock in on your tools and going into each play, I think it makes it pretty simple.
Is the inventory that you guys have beyond what you've ever had before?
I think it's more of my. It's probably one of the funnest secondaries I've ever been a part of as well, because it just gives you opportunity to just make plays on the ball and have a lot of turnovers.
Dallas, you played 29 snaps on Monday. How do you evaluate those 29 snaps?
Definitely some things to clean up on, but there's a lot of positives, coming out of those 29 snaps. Just utilizing my role, in that game plan for that week, and just playing to the fullest.
And when I say 29, by the way, 29 defensive snaps.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you have a special teams impact as well, but just overall, I mean, can you look at Monday and say, okay, plenty to build off of, but happy with your play?
Yeah, of course. It was definitely some plays made, some plays that could have been made. Just a few corrections that could have been corrected on Monday, but we still pushing forward, going into week 2.
How much more comfortable are you right now compared to this time last year?
Definitely much more comfortable, compared to my week 1 last year. A year under my belt, in the system, so just knowing what to expect, knowing we're gonna run to certain formations and different personnels and stuff like that. And, just getting way more comfortable, with just the system that we run on defense.
KOC told us that Blake Cashman's going to miss some time. How much will you miss Blake?
I'm gonna miss Blake a lot, Blake. I'm gonna miss you a lot, Blake. So, just having our captain, back there, our linebacker, our green dot, but we do have a lot of dudes, that's willing to step up, and that next man up mentality that we have on defense, and we trusting those guys too. So.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Wilson.
Yes, sir.
How good was Eric Wilson on Monday?
Yeah, Ewell, that's my guy, on special teams and on defense too. So, we definitely trusting Ewell, savvy vet, definitely has some familiarity with the defense that we run now. And, it definitely, we won't miss a beat.
How much fun was Monday night for you?
It was fun playing early, getting to spin a lot. It was definitely more fun.
You had 24 defensive snaps, if I'm not mistaken. How do you evaluate those 24 snaps?
Just getting out there to learn and just really showing everybody what I've been doing and playing with great teammates around me.
All right, you say showing us what you've been doing. Elaborate on that. How much have you been doing since, I guess, the end of last year?
I just been me, still balling, just waiting for my number to be called. So when it was called, I just showed up.
How much have you grown, as a player? Think about the player you were this time last year compared to the player you are now.
I've grown a lot having, the room I had, people coming in and out. I learned from other people. So just being around this room was great for me, just learning from the outside, looking in.
How high is your confidence right now?
My confidence always been high, so that ain't gonna change.
But, do you feel like, you're grasping everything at this point now, multiple years in the league?
Yes, sir, I am.
And how about this week? We don't know if Harrison Smith will be back or not, but do you anticipate having a similar role to what you had on Monday?
I don't know. I'm just go out there and just do what they tell me to do.
How about football IQ-wise? I remember Metellus told me during training camp that Jay has taken a monster step forward in terms of just the mental side of the game. How much would you agree with that?
I definitely agree, and them 3 guys, him, Harry, and Theo, they helped me a lot with that.